Hi, welcome back to my channel, Mel Stampin' Gallery. I'm Melanie, and today it is time for the next sketch in my sketch series as I work my way through the Make It From Your Heart Volume 6 sketchbook from Close to My Heart. As you know, if you've been following along with me, the third Friday of the month, Erin and I post videos with our photos and our take on the sketches in the sketchbook, and some of our other crafty friends have joined along with us, and so all those links will be posted down below in that description box, so be sure to check those all out at the end when we are finished here. Today's sketch is pattern number 10, and it has 10 photos, and so I thought 10 photos, it would be good to use these photos from my son and my now daughter-in-law. These were their engagement photos, and I thought it was perfect to go along with some of the papers that I had in my stash. And kind of the inspiration for this, when I noticed, let me pull this back in, that the title here was a vertical title. I've never really done that before, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And I just happened to have this scrap in my stash, so I wanted to pull this in and use this along with these other papers. Very eclectic mix of Close to My Heart, old Stampin' Up, current Stampin' Up, but I thought they all went really well with my photos. So I'm going to clear all that off and we can go ahead and get started. Now I am starting with my base page is actually a patterned paper instead of my normal white 12 by 12, and this is from the Country Lace collection from Stampin' Up. So I'm using that as my base, and I don't know if you can see that kind of tone on tone. It looks kind of like linen, like a distressed linen maybe. I really liked that for the background because my photos were very organic looking. There's a lot of texture in them. As you can see here, the wood in the barn behind them, and the woods and stuff that they were in. So I thought this was perfect to build the base on. And then the sketch, if you look at it, has this strip of 2x2 photos here with some background paper. So what I'm thinking is, I had this in my stash and I really liked it. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to use that. It was too busy to use on the photos themselves. So I'm thinking the strip over here with the 2x2 photos. Let's see, where are those 2x2 photos? But they kind of get lost on that busy paper. So I thought, what if I bring in this wood grain textured paper? And this is from the Country Woods paper from Stampin' Up. If I bring that in and make kind of a little photo mat for the photos. I normally put a white border around my photos, but when I did it this way, I was okay with that. I like how the all the wood texture, see the wood texture in the bench? It all kind of brought out those photos. So I like this wood grain paper from the Country Lace collection. All right, and then the sketch has this piece of cardstock here. Let's see, and for that one, I reached way back into my Close to My Heart stash. I like the way this paper looked. All those greens brought out those dark greens. And I'm liking the way that's going. And then the photos, let's see, according to the sketch, we have a couple of 3x3s down here. Might have to do a little trimming on these, we'll see. And let's see, there were some 3x4s up here. And let's see, where's the other 3x3s? Down here. All right, so those are going to go kind of like that. And then that means we'll have our big title here. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut all this down and get that adhered. and then I will be right back to share it with you. So let me show you what I've got here. I've got the pieces laid out the way I want them, but I haven't adhered anything down because I thought I would do some sponging on the edges of the cardstocks to kind of help them come off the page a little bit. And I took the title that I showed you and I fussy cut that out around the edges because that green that was on there was the wrong green. It was clashing, and plus it took up too much room. So I thought that looked perfect. So I do want to go ahead and kind of sponge the edges. So let's see, let's move this out of the way. And I've got my all-purpose mat here. And I've got this strip. So let's take this strip, and I'm taking, what is this one? Sahara sand and a blending brush. And instead of inking the edges like that, I thought to make it softer, I would just take and start on my mat and go onto my pattern paper and in a circular motion, and that'll ink up the edges at the same time, but it'll give it that sort of a vignette kind of a look to it, and it'll make it a much softer look. And of course, the Sahara sand is a very nice soft color. It's an older one from Stampin' Up. I think it probably went with, that's the color that probably went with this collection originally. If you are using a, if you're looking for a close to my heart color that is similar, I think the mink color was very similar to this as well. So let's finish this up. All right, so while I'm doing this, I want to let you know to please be sure, don't forget to check out the description box down below when you see, when you look at the video, you'll see that bolded word that says more. If you click on that, that description box will expand and you'll see links to all the now I'm going to go this way on this one, I think, because I already put the pictures down. So you will see all the links to my online store, and products, if they're still available, will be listed, so you can hit the direct link for those. I also have down in this description box a link where you can sign up to receive my newsletter. I've just started making a monthly newsletter, so you will find the link to sign up for that monthly newsletter, and that will be down there in the description box as well. So please be sure to go and check that out if you want to be informed of my different card nights and clubs, and any specials going on with Stampin' Up. I will have all those in my newsletter for you. And so let's see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I think I will probably do a couple of the other sides, and then I'll get that adhered down, and we'll come back and do the embellishments. That's the fun part, right? All right, I'll be right back. So I went ahead and everything is adhered down. The title, I kind of angled it just a little bit, and I did put it up on some 3D foam tape. And the reason I angled it is because if I put it straight, I was starting to cover up my daughter-in-law's face, and that wasn't a good thing. All right, so now let me show you what I've got for some of the embellishments. I'm going to keep it real simple, believe it or not. I've got this die cut out of vellum, kind of a sprig piece, and I think that's going to go up here, tucked under here. And here's some flowers, some greenery that I die cut out, and here's some just some basic leaf shapes that I also die cut. And let me show you what all those die cuts were from. All right, so here's the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. All right, so there is some beautiful sayings and some beautiful images on here, but the die set that goes with it, let me bring that in for you. It is the Thoughtful Wishes dies. It's a stamp and cut and emboss. Okay, so look at all those dies that you get with this. But look at this beautiful one. Isn't that gorgeous? When I look at that, it is so delicate. It just screamed, cut me out of vellum, cut me out of vellum. So I did. And of course, there are the dies that go with the stamp sets. But then you get these extra pieces that you can use as standalone. Okay, so these are the leaves that I showed you that cut out. And when this leaf, when you cut that out, here, let me bring that in for you. It's an outline. Look how beautiful and delicate that is. Now this thistle here is made by piecing together this die with this die. All right, let me cut those pieces out for you and I will show you what I mean. So the leaf I'm going to cut out of, this is Always Artichoke from Stampin' Up. And the thistle I'm going to cut out of, this is the new ink color called Pool Party. I'm not going to use this on this page. I will be using this for another project. So I want to go ahead and die cut those out and show you. Now when I die cut those two pieces out, that's what they look like. Let's see, I'm going to move this aside for a second. And just simply piece one on top of the other. And to do that, I found that the Barely Art glue was the best thing to use. And I'm just dabbing it actually on the bottom layer piece and getting those little leaves. And I do have a link for the Barely Art glue down in that description box that I was telling you about down below. And it helps to do it on your all-purpose mat or your glue mat from Stampin' Up! Here too. All right. Then I'm going to take this piece and layer it on top of that. Is this delicate? Yes, it is, but boy, is the result worth it. And voila. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the, I forgot the name of that color. Petunia Pop. That's the new ink color, Petunia Pop. I don't know what I said before. I hope I said Petunia Pop, but isn't that gorgeous? And these colors go perfectly with the, I'm digging into my stash here, the colors in the Thoughtful Journey collection, sweet collection. And if you saw my previous video, my unboxing video, I'll link a card right up there. I did show all these products. I did open up my box and show all these products, and I do have a project that I'm working on that will be coming out soon. So again, that's why you want to be signing up for my newsletter, so you will be notified when that project becomes available. In my video, I did say the 1st of July, but it might be a little bit later than that. I have a whole lot of things coming up this next week, some out-of-town company, and I don't think I'll be able to get to that as soon as I had hoped. All right, so now we've got everything down in place, and I've got the vellum leaves coming up from the top there, and I took this little sprig and put it there. And let's see, we've got this sprig down here, and I'm going to take some journaling strips and put over the top. We are almost done with this page. I've added a few little embellishments around the page. I thought I might as well use these leaves that I die cut out. And I did want to put them down here in this corner. I do want to kind of bring emphasis to the picture of the engagement ring. It's really quite special. The diamond in the ring was actually taken from my mother's wedding ring. So that was really, like I say, really special. My mother, after my father passed, gave the ring to my son because we knew that he was probably going to be getting engaged soon to this lovely young lady that he had met, whom we all just adore. So he did take the ring, and he did have a jeweler use the diamond in the ring that he had designed. So I did want to put those little bit of embellishment there to kind of bring your eye toward that engagement ring. All right, so let me move this out of the way. Let me bring that up for some close-ups here of what we've got in our embellishments. And don't forget to check out the description box down below for the playlist of all the other videos in this series. Thanks so much for joining me. See you next time. Oh, and don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. Bye-bye.